Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the Masters of the Universe Masterverse Masters of the Universe New Eternia Keldor. Let's get into it! Let's start things off with a look at the packaging. And here on the uppermost part, Mattel, 6 and up, 30 points of articulation in its outer space. But then Masterverse in a giant rocky explosion that takes you right back to the 1980s. And a little sliver of the window there that wraps around to the front. And you got a small window showcasing some of the figure and his accessory. And then we take a look at the artwork. So we've got Snake Mountain over here. We've got Keldor before he was turned into Skeletor. And then it says Masters of the Universe New Eternia Keldor. And then as we go around, we can see there's Panther. And there's Evelyn before, like, Evil Warrior days, where she's not wearing her full helmet. And then we have Deluxe, the Deluxe Masterverse New Eternia Beastman in the back there. So this may be when Keldor first formed his first evil trio. So on the bottom, small print, fine print, legalese print, may be at non-print, mattelshop.com print. Contents, 1 figure, accessories, a question mark, some symbols I'm not going to learn, assortment numbers, and a barcode, if you need that kind of thing. So on this side, then we have just some artwork of Keldor, and there he is, you know, all handsome and blue and stuff in the background, and then, oh no, acid! And then, you know, he turns into Skeletor. So on the back, then we've got some nice artwork in the background and a nice practical shot of the figure here in the foreground. And here are, I don't know if these are digital renders or practical photography here, but showcases some of the details of the figure or some of the features of the figure. And we've got some artwork of Keldor right there. Keldor, evil apprentice of Hordak. Behind his master Hordak's back, Keldor summons the power of the greatest force in the universe, destroying both himself and the mighty fortress Castle Grayskull. So it's all Keldor's fault. Also available, each sold separately, subject to availability. Colors and decorations may vary. And it's the cross sale of Dragstore, Keldor, and Despara. Mattel, empowering generations through play. And that, my friends, is a look at the packaging. Let's take a look at the figure and his accessories. And here we have handy dandy tweezers. And let's take a look at this alternate head real quick first, because it's a very interesting looking piece to me. So, you know, Keldor threw the acid and it got repelled back on him, and there you can see it's going to work. So on his way to becoming Skeletor. So it's cool and kind of gross looking at the same time, but I like it. I think it's a neat piece for this character. Next up, we have his sword, which is very reminiscent of the 2001 version of Skeletor from the cartoon or the toy. So it kind of has that feel to it. Got a nice silver blade. It's not a paint app though. It's molded in that color. And this looks to be molded in this gold color as well. So it doesn't appear to be separate pieces though. So they're doing some kind of injection into the mold, I guess, or color into the plastic. I don't know exactly what they're doing, but they're doing it. This black handle, the wrap on it there does look like a paint app, and then the pommel looks just like the ram's horn piece. And if you didn't notice it, that's, you know, that's what the handguard is there. So very cool looking sword. Now let's take a look at Keldor himself. And I have to say the eyes are a little off, looking like one is looking like up at an angle like that way. And then the other one looks okay. And then this hood's got some nice textural details on it. The armor looks really, really good. I think the rest of the face deco looks great. This piece here is removable, by the way, so you can use it with either head, or you don't have to use it with this one at all. But there's what Keldor looks like without the hood. So overall, I think the head looks okay. He's got some color on the cheeks, but the eye just, I don't know, it don't look right. So this armor piece, of course, is an overlay. It's got some silver paint apps on it here, and I don't know. I don't think this is a paint app, but I could be wrong. I don't know. And then it's got this nice gold, and it goes around the back as well. You can see it poking up there a little bit. And I will say, don't mess with this soft goods cape a little bit. If you want to pull it off, these shoulder pieces do come off, and you can pull the cape off, but it is a real pain to get back in there. And then we've got, you know, some right here. This doesn't look very, you know, maybe it's molded in this black color. I don't know. That would be my guess. He's wearing a white shirt underneath all that, which is an odd look. It does make this character stand out. It feels like that's the wrong color. At least to me, it doesn't feel like it fits the character, but it is what it is, I suppose. So then we've got his nice loincloth piece. It's all furry in the back, armored in the front. It does have a loop right here for his sword. He's got these gold bracers, which look to be made out of gold plastic, and they are an overlay, so these can come off too if you want. Nothing new about the hands there. Nothing new about the legs. The boots might be new. So I don't remember having seen this before. Or maybe these are new Eternia Man-at-Arms boots. That might be where these are from. It kind of looks like that, so probably so. But I'm not going to stick to that 100%. So there are some nice details in there as well. And then the soft goods cloak seems to be approximately the same material type that they've been using consistently throughout the line. Although this one might not be quite as sheer, but it is still pretty sheer because you can see his, you know, shadow right on through it. So there's that. Let's take a look at his articulation real quick. Because of his hair here, he doesn't really look up. He can look down like that because, you know, he's looking down on everybody. He's got some chicken neck. He's got some waggle. He doesn't do the full exorcist because of the hair. At the shoulder, 360 degrees of rotation. This does get in the way just a bit, so you have to swing the arm out just a little bit. And then he can raise his arm up a little better than 90 degrees, it looks like. Cut at the upper bicep, 360 degrees of rotation there. Double hinged pinless elbow gives you that much range of motion, or bend, whatever you want to call it. 360 degrees of rotation at the wrist. It's on in and out hinge. And in and out hinge, is it in and out? No, it's up and down. Up and down hinge on this side. So, surprise! Cut here where the chest and the abdomen meet. And then there's a straight cut at the waist. So this upper cut gives him all the hula, and there goes that piece. And now you can see the cape here, how it pins in there and it's a bit of a pain, but you know, I'll get that fixed later. So he's got hula. He has 360 degrees of rotation there. He can lean left and right. He leans back that far, and he leans forward that far. So that's pretty good. And did I show you leans left and right? Pretty good. That straight cut at the waist gives him another 360 degrees of rotation in the torso. He does have pull down hinges at the hips, and he gives you pretty much the full splits, maybe a little less due to this overlay piece. Kind of hinders it just slightly. He can kick forward that far. He can kick back that far, which is pretty good for Masterverse figure. So the legs will go back in there. There's a cut at the upper thigh, 360 degrees of rotation there. Double hinged pinless knee gives you that much bend. The boot cup does get in the way of that just slightly. And then at the upper shin, top of the boot, there is a boot cut. It's tight, but it does rotate 360 degrees. And then at the ankle, it tilts down that far. It tilts up that far. And it does have a pin for rocker. Now, as far as his sword, he can hold it in his hand, or it can go in the sheath. You can pop this head off and put the other head on. You can put the hood on this one or leave it off. You know, however you want to do it. This piece will just pin back in here when I get done fixing the cape. And there you have it, my friends. That's a look at the figure and his accessories. It's time for my favorite part of a review, comparisons. And here we have the Masters of the Universe Masterverse, Masters of the Universe New Eternia Keldor, with the Masters of the Universe Masterverse, Masters of the Universe Revolution King Keldor, and the Walmart exclusive Masters of the Universe Vintage Collection Skeletor. For our last set of comparisons, here we have the Masters of the Universe Masterverse, Masters of the Universe New Eternia Keldor, with from the Marvel Legends series making his cameo appearance, Stan the Man Lee, from G.I. Joe Classified series, the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Regal variant Cobra Commander, from Star Wars The Black series, the Archive Edition 501st Legion Clone Trooper, and from the Masters of the Universe Masterverse line, the 40th Anniversary He-Man. For final ramblings on the Masters of the Universe Masterverse, Masters of the Universe New Eternia Keldor, I have to say, you know, overall, I like the look of this figure. The only thing that I don't really care for deco-wise on this is the white shirt. I feel like it's out of place on the figure. That could just be me, but it just, I don't know. Maybe they did it like that to stand out on purpose, to differentiate him somewhat from Skeletor. But for me, the white just, it stands out too much against the rest of the figure. And again, that's just my opinion. Your mileage, of course, may vary. You may love that white. You may, you know, get what they were trying to do with it, and whatever the fact may be. You like it, I don't. And that's okay. You don't have to agree with everything that I say. I don't require that as a requirement to watch videos on my channel. So there is that. I like his armor. I think it looks really, really cool. I like the consistency in the soft goods, even if the soft goods they use could be better, but at least they're consistent through the line with it for the most part. Now, some of the Mattel Creation ones might have, you know, some different material going on there that's better. Also wired. but as far as the main line, you know, it's pretty consistent over that. I think they did a lot of paint apps on this one. I could be wrong, but I like the look of the armor. I do like the look of the Keldor head here. I like the look of the other one as well. I think the hood works better with the alternate head than with, you know, the head full of hair, handsome-ish looking guy that he's trying to be. But, you know, he definitely has that leanings into Skeletor with his armor and stuff, and I think that's pretty cool. And this is only my second Keldor, and the second Keldor in the Masterverse line, and you know, I think I like this one better. There's nothing wrong with the look of the Revolution King Keldor, but I think this one captures the essence of that character better. And again, that's my opinion, your mileage, of course, may and can vary. But I think this is a pretty strong addition to the line. And again, that's just me. Well, that does it for the review. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. If you are interested in supporting my channel further, I'm now offering memberships at various tiers. Click the join button on my YouTube page, or check this video's description for the link and see if any membership offers are right for you, but only if you are in a position to do so. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you would like to see more content or just help the channel grow, or both. That's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.